Hi all, this is V, and this is Flaming Geyser State Park outside Auburn, Washington. Set on the Green River, it is a stunning day-use park with hiking, horse trails, there's even an equestrian field, fishing, swimming, bird watching, interpretive walks. One interpretive walk is the Salmon Interpretive Trail. It is accessible by wheelchair, and October through December, you can actually see the salmon spawning. My dad is the ultimate fisherman, and he loved the Salmon Interpretive Trail. There are several picnic areas with picnic tables and even shelters if you have a large group. The park is named after the Flaming Geyser, which sadly no longer flames because of depletion of its methane source. But there are information boards that explain why and how it flamed. There's also Bubbling Geyser, which is a bit of a longer walk, very steep uphill walk with stairs, but Bubbling Geyser was fantastic. And my dad took my phone up there so he could explain it to you, and he did all the filming. I was quite proud of him. On a beautiful day, this would be a great day out. Have a picnic, walk through some of the trails, just sit by the river. It's absolutely beautiful. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please like and please subscribe. So there are a lot of picnic areas, and there's even a little children's play area. We've seen several dogs out for their morning walk. There's another picnic area down there, and then even more on this side. Hello there. Oh, hello. Hello. Look at you showing off. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yes. This is the problem.
Salmon and steelhead still use the Green River and its tributary. And they have a Salmon Interpretive Trail, which we'll take. See what it is. So these are the different types of salmon.
Yes, and steelhead. This is not a salmon at the bottom here. That's just a large ocean-going rainbow trout. It's just a...
And there's king salmon, coho or silver salmon.
Chum or dog salmon.
I've never heard of a dog salmon.
Well, chum salmon, if I'm not mistaken, they're called dog salmon. They feed a lot of that to dogs in Alaska particularly.
Oh, the
The
Huskies?
salmon. Yeah, they eat salmon.
The huskies that
All of them. Yeah. Some
dog
dogs,
sledding.
right.
This is the Green River.
It's called a little on the side, which is clever, but it talks about when rainstorms or snow melt flood the river, the main river flows too swiftly for salmon, both large and small. So they search for areas of calmer, clearer water, find refuge in slow-flowing side channels. During summer, side channels like this, and it's referring to a side channel here on the river, may be dry, but they still fill with slow-moving current when the river floods. Those side channels are important because for young fish, because they just can't battle it. They're not strong enough to battle the currents.
So this is the side channel the
You just took
placard
pictures
is
of the main
talking
river
about.
over there, the riffle. Well, they're talking about how fallen trees help the salmon. I'll read. Swept into the stream flow, fallen trees and branches collect in log jams or lodge against the stream bank. This large woody debris slows and redirects the current, forms pools and backwaters, and they feed in that gentle flow. They hide in the shadows of the submerged branches away from hungry herons and the kingfishers, birds that'll prey on us, particularly young or small ones.
So these are the food for the salmon.
Right, there are two
Mayfly
of them.
and
There are other
stonefly.
kinds, but these are really the important ones. Are important. Mayflies and stoneflies.
So adult salmon swim upstream to spawn and die. So animals eat them.
Right, bears, raccoons, otters drag carcasses of the river bank for meals. Eagles carry them to the tops of towering firs. Smaller birds and mammals also nibble on remains. After their meals, these animals will wander through the watershed, leaving droppings full of nitrogen and phosphorus from the ocean. Those nymphs we're talking about. Treasure in the stream. Imagine standing here when the river floods. Above the roar of the water, listen for the sound of gravel and cobbles tumbling along the riverbed. The energy of the river constantly moves gravel downstream, but it must be replenished for salmon to find spawning sites. New gravel comes from landslides, eroding stream beds and gravel bars upstream.
Is the water cold?
It's cool.
Typical boy, he's got to play in the water. So this is Flaming Geyser, what the park is named for. But as you can see, it doesn't look much like a geyser anymore. It's a remnant, they say, of what it used to be. Now, Dad, it used to have a flame.
Used to have a flame and some water that would spew out of it.
What was the flame?
Methane gas. It's methane, and because there are coal deposits underneath this park in the ground, and they're decaying and producing methane gas.
Oh, so the cold caused it.
You can see can see right here, they give you a graphic. What you have below Flaming Geyser, this pit we're looking at. So you have the carbonaceous shale and dirty coal. And about 369 feet, you have a coal seam.
What made it light on fire when it shot out?
You have that, and you'll have methane gas release, and it's very easy. It takes spark. It doesn't take much for it to catch on fire.
My dad is the ultimate fisherman at heart. So anytime there's a stream, he's got to go check it out, just in case. And things like that make me so sad. This would be a gorgeous, pristine place without a water bottle in the middle of it. So they have bald eagles here in the fall, and then what is that, a jay?
Stellar jay.
And black-headed gold, what?
Grosbeak.
Oh, I couldn't read it through the phone.
Grosbeak.
And then one up there.
Oh, here we go. If I can get over, I can read it.
So these are the, would you say they're like a hatchery for steelheads?
Well, what they're having, it talks about here, they have a steelhead smolt. Smolt's the small, very small, young salmon. They haven't got their, they've got little bars on them, what they call a bar. It's their skin, meaning their coloration.
Now we go over the bridge to a bubbling geyser.
Can I fish with him? Remember, it talks about whole salt.
So this path is straight uphill. Just should you ever be visiting. It's not bad, it's just uphill. Take your time.
This is a bubbling geyser. What you see is methane. It's a very small trickle. That gray matter is caused by calcium carbonate, where the methane will actually combine with the calcium found in the water, and you see it goes all the way down and into a small stream here that goes down into the main river. But you can see that, and we'll look at a picture of it to give you some more information. Talks about the bubbling geyser, similar in origin to the Flaming Geyser, remnant of an exploratory coal well drilled in the early 1900s. Its main product is methane, and as we just said, the methane is broken down by microbes in the surrounding environment that react with calcium found in the water to produce a substance called calcium carbonate. It settles out of the water, causes that gray residue that we looked at. The only difference between the water coming out of this bubbling geyser and those you'll find in Yellowstone Park is because of the high temperatures created by geothermal heat in the park. In this In the bubbling geyser, because of the lack of that heat, there's less algae and bacteria to create those colors that are often associated with the Yellowstone Park geysers.